Alright, making a video. I don't exactly know where it's going to be. It'll be on Vimeo, but I don't know what group I'll put it in because it's not going to be relevant to too much. So, starting off, a little bit of housekeeping. Saw a video by Forever Wolf Films, I think that's her name. Anyway, and somebody else had made a comment about archiving my videos. Can't remember his screen name. But anyway, nice enough guy. People do this, and I feel kind of weird about it, obviously, because I think a lot of my videos are just junk. But anyway, rambling junk. I do have, I got well, not most. I do have most of my videos, I think. Yeah, of course, the good ones I don't have. But yeah, I don't have them organized in any manner whatsoever. And I have them on hard drives, who the hell knows where. So that's part of the problem. I have to figure out, I don't have them titled or anything like that. They're just files. But I mean, I should do it myself, right? It's my content. I should do the work, but yeah, I'm just not that motivated. But anyway, yeah, so if anybody else wants to do it, I'm sort of flattered and would be pleased to have my content preserved from the evil YouTube menace and such. But yeah, I wouldn't want people to do that redundantly. So I guess, I guess until I have a plan, I shouldn't say anything. Except I appreciate the effort. And I'll have to think on it, just whether I got the time to go through all my crap and figure out what's what. And then the whole idea of re-uploading is just such a bitch. So, yeah, I have to think about it. So enough on that. So anyway, I was thinking about these groups and how to control the content a little. Yeah, control. So anyway, yeah, because that Tranquil guy showed up, and he, instead of just posting his video to the group, he has to make some snarky complaint. Oh, Gary's the moderator, blah, 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 blah. I mean, it's a tiny effort to click the join button and to add a video and see what happens. Tiny effort. And, but instead he'd rather make some snarky bullshit commentary. So whatever, same old bullshit from these people. But the point of the group really is to argue the issue. And if you're going to say in your video you're not that motivated or interested, then what's the point? Why even chronicle your opinion? And that's the other part of this is there are some people out there. I'm not saying the Tranquil guy is guilty of that because his video is pretty straightforward this time. That say, I'm anti-natalist, but I just mean pro-choice. Which is basically being pro-choice on the right of people to wave their arm in the air. I mean, what's the point? You wouldn't articulate that. You wouldn't talk about a right people already have. The whole point is because it's not being appreciated, not because it is. So it's just a stupid argument to make. Pro-choice on the right to, rape or pillage or cause mayhem. I mean, that would just be idiotic as a premise. And the point of the argument isn't you don't need the freedom not to have children. No one's obliging you to have children. So it's just a perversion and a word game. And I don't know exactly what to do about it. Because I suppose literally anti-natalism doesn't say enough. It's not as pointed as it might need to be. But it's a nice politism, that gets to the root of the problem, which is if you don't produce it, we don't have to clean it up. You don't make a mess, there's no mess. And that's sort of the point. So I don't know what to do about that, but I'll consider that another time. Damn, it's kind of cold out here. It's sunny and nice, but cold. Should have wore a heavier shirt. I don't like it. Anyway, but I'll be out of the shade, maybe in the sun here. Might get better. Alright, other subjects. Yes, this whole Vimeo thing, getting the feel of it. I mean, I don't know anything about any blocking policies or... I mean, I would assume that in groups, only group members can comment, but I'm not sure. I mean, I'm sure anybody can comment on videos once comments are open, so that might be problematic. I haven't seen many trolls yet, but, you know, inevitably they're going to show up. I mean, I did get a PM from some guy who had a screen name that was penis, which, you know, who needs that shit? I mean, it was polite and nice, but I'm just saying, I mean, you know, fuck these screen names. Anyway, jeez. Yeah, it's kind of a ramble of a video. Just make a group called Shitty Videos. Yeah, that'll be good. I'll throw that in that group. Yeah. Videos better never to have been. Yeah, that's a good joke. Anyway, yeah, this will be falling in that category. I should have just stuck to a subject and taken care of this thinking thing about process. So I haven't thought it through yet. But okay, the first thing I did think through is the antinatalism thing. I think there's going to have to be a labeling convention. So, pro and con. So you have to put like pro or con in the title of the video. And I think that'll make things a little more navigatable and less likely to have misunderstandings. I just make it easier. Yeah, that's right. Make things more rational to have them properly labeled. Yeah, little things like that. Maybe the video should be posted with comments off, and you can provide a link to the forum. I mean, every group has forums, so I think that would be a better place for people to have disagreements on the subject. Because, you know, comments would be great if what people did was argue the little things. Like, you know, I think you should have taken that booger out of your nose before you turn the camera on. Or little bullshit like that. But people don't do that in the comments section. They intend to discuss really big stuff. And you just can't do that in comments. And I think it's a waste of comment space. Because instead of being in one place where the argument can be dragged out for eternity properly, yeah, it's in 10 million places. The same redundant arguments over and over and over. And that's just a waste. So yeah, there should be, you know, at Vimeo you can directly link. So just link to stuff and screw commenting. Link to the forum. Yeah, I just think, I mean, I think it's better to sacrifice the little niceisms of commenting, you know, the little corrections, the little advices, the little arguments, for the sake of getting the big arguments out of comment sections. Yeah, that's how I look at it. So yeah, I mean, I guess I plan on making a video for each group, and then I'll link to that video in the description, and also write a description for the group defining the rules, and hopefully people can follow them, and we can proceed. I think the whole point is to make videos, to tell you the truth. I mean, the internet's covered with blogs and vlogs or whatever, all kinds of typed communication out there, places to, you know, argue in text. And so I think the whole point of making videos is to make arguments, to think through the arguments, and sort of videos sort of illustrate that process. I think there's a real value in people seeing the emphasis that videos allow. You can understand when somebody's saying something emphatically, and when somebody's saying something, well, off the top of my head, kind of, maybe, blah, blah, blah. And I think that's valuable. And, yeah, there's just a value, I think, to real communication that this represents in a way, versus the sanitized, wordified, whatever, of typed communication. They both have their value, and they should both be, that value should be maximized. And so yeah, I obviously have a prejudice towards this video thing. I like it as a medium of communication. I like the thought it provokes, and the way it provokes it, the way it obliges you to construct arguments. So I want to encourage people to make videos, and I don't want to get lost in whatever language and verbiage wars through text, especially the immediate text communication. It was more thoughtful, and even that was better constructed as a forum. There'd be value to it, and I sort of want to lead to that. So the point I'm getting to is I want the mechanism to consolidate argument, refine argument, so that we're all, like all the pros would be leading towards isolating the strongest of their arguments, the best part of the argument, and similarly for the cons, and that the battle just becomes between those two opposing ideologies, not the individual arguments, but the coalescing of a way to make the argument, and what the strongest points of the argument are, where the emphasis needs to be. And this in individual videos, you get distracted into the nuances of a personal argument, even a personal dislike for somebody, and that can distort and pervert the general argument you're making. Happens. Yeah, so I guess I'll say a little bit on Tranquil's video. Yeah, he basically says, yeah, I support antinatalism. I think that's rational as a choice, looking at the world as a circumstance. But yeah, I didn't really buy any of his reasons, beyond the idea that he acknowledges that children suffer, but this whole idea that adults don't, because they have this magical power of will, I think it's just silly. I think it's worse if you hack the arms off of a 5-year-old, they're going to get over it, all right, because they're not addicted to mountain climbing or bowling or something that requires their arms, and so they'll find a way to get through it and get past it and become a great tap dancer or something. You hack the arms off an adult who's built his whole life around loving and enjoying some activity that's arm dependent, and that guy's going to suffer. That's going to be not only the physical discomforts of the hacking, but the recovery is going to be much more difficult, and it's going to be a lot harder for that person to find purpose or meaning, because everything that was purposeful and meaningful has been lost, and now he has to contrive a new hunger. It's almost like forcing somebody to go to Gay Island when they're heterosexual. Yeah, they'll adapt eventually, but they might not like it at first. You know. So, let's see what else. How you doing? Big dog. Yeah, so, yeah, I just think it's a bullshit argument, this whole stoic crap, willpower crap. Willpower's not going to fix your Alzheimer's. It's not going to do you any good when you're sitting in a nursing home drooling and shitting yourself. And the very idea that, yeah, if you want something, you'll work for it. Duh. That you can actually learn how to do something. Yeah. I mean, I can twirl my finger like that. As I learned how to do it. As I had an interest, a desire to learn. Yeah, big deal. I just think this idea that we're supposed to act like a bug and just endeavor to persevere for the sake of endeavoring to persevere. I mean, survival for the sake of survival, marching on for the sake of marching on. It's circular logic, and it doesn't get to the root of the problem. And it certainly negates this whole idea that you can just, oh, I'll just mentally pretend one of my testicles doesn't have cancer. I mean, come on. That's just so fucking... You might as well be telling a religious fable. So, yeah, that argumentation goes nowhere for me. You know, that adults have power that children don't have. And, yeah, the second argument I also found quite bogus. Shit, I just lost it. Sarn it. Yeah, it's like this whole stoic crap is just such crap to me. Yeah, and your lack of passion for the subject is pointless. You know, it's just kind of funny you're talking about stoicism. At the same time, you're talking about how you don't have the energy to do something, to fight. Well, that's your choice, fine. I just don't see the point of expressing opinions in battles you have no passion for. If you think something's wrong, then you should fight to correct it. But just walking around saying, well, I think it's wrong, but, you know, I don't care. I just don't see the value in it. Fine, thank you for your support, but, yeah, no thank you to the, yeah, I couldn't be bothered even to pull the lever at the voting booth. Well, yeah, that's really quite useless. Yeah, that was another point, but just ain't coming to me. So anyway, till the next time and such. Damn, it really is cold. I mean, it's like 60 something, but that's cold for me. Anyway, till next time.